Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Welcome to a special episode dedicated to the Intellivision Amico and to my somewhat friend, Tommy Tallarico, and all that I've met while covering this console. And it's going to be real talk. And also, why am I doing this? Well, I do have 30 minutes to fill before my PlayStation Plus podcast, but also the important date is coming up 10/10/2020 pretty soon. And I wanted to give real talk about it. Is this clickbait? Should I still get the Amico? Yes, it is. And do I think I should? Yes, I think I should. I'm not sure if I could recommend it to everyone right now, and I hope to in the future. I also want to say, and I'll get to the chat here too, Chubby Teddy, glad you're doing this, Max. Hopefully we get some news and some forward movement from this. Great comment. I actually think they should chill. The worst of it is already out, I believe. I do not foresee when this console launches that there's going to be big problems with the hardware. Honestly, there's not much. The strength of the Amico is the simplicity. It's not going to be pushing hardware limits. Most of the interesting thing about the console is the controller itself. I don't think it needs a lot of development time to actually make the console. Once you get everything finalized, once you know exactly what you're doing. So I don't foresee problems when it's launched. So I don't foresee that. Although my anticipation for it and hype for it, because I get hyped for new consoles, new video game consoles, has gone down. It has gone down. The worst thing that is behind it, I think. I honestly, and it was hard. I didn't just do it willy-nilly to complain about a video game console when I was commenting on their last special event. It was more like tough love to people I respect in the industry and someone that's trying something new. And it was more frustration on being part of someone that's covering it and keeping the hype alive, which you see even with my friends like Open Every Box Pete, Atari Creep. There's been little to cover, and that was part of my frustration that I've been looking forward to this event. So I actually think maybe they'll do something special for 10/10/2020. That would be cool. But after that, I think they should just go radio silent until December and then really push on the pedal to the metal with some new games and really pump it out until release. I think actually go quiet for a while. And then get bam, 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 bam in December. All the way, I think it's till March or April release. So I am keeping my pre-order. I am still excited. With the delay of it, it's rekindled my joy of current gen and next gen, actually. So I was all about retro reimagined, and new ideas, which I still am. But I also want to say, yes, they're industry disruptor. I hope that the Amico is that. And I completely am rooting for Tommy Tallarico and the team. And I'm talking directly to you, Tommy. I don't just criticize you just to do it just for the views. I intend to keep my pre-order. I'm not like as confident as I once was that I think you're going to deliver a quality product. I just don't think it's going to be the disruptor and game changer that we would love. I hope it will be, but I actually think, and I'm not a fanboy for anybody, I actually think Microsoft with the Series S, once it becomes available and the Game Pass, is actually a disruptor, and it's gonna be a challenge to compete with that product when you get a monthly subscription, because I think monthly subscriptions are the disruptor of the industry, just like Netflix was to the movie rentals and streaming. I really believe that's where the industry is going, and there is room for that in Game Pass, in streaming, for retro, re-inspired in indie games. We won't have that amazing control, though. I really hope the controller's there, and I hope there's still some prizes up his sleeve. Yes, I was completely as frustrated as all hell when we still don't know about the physical, because I'm like, is it really going to be that much of a game changer, like the physical product, the actual game? And I just don't see it, that it needs to be withheld this long. But you got to have some surprises up there. I'm going to get to the chat here. And I did start a video game podcast. Some asked for, the Nicotina Show. I love Earthworm Jim. Yes, I do think that is, that's, if they could get that close to release now, I don't know exactly when it's supposed to come out. Yes, that will be an important part of the Amico, at least maybe near the launch window, or at least before holiday of next year. Lance Jennings says, I need Max's Completely Necessary podcast to make a return. Well, I agree. I love that, but I think all my podcasts are completely necessary now. Thank you, Lance. I have the PlayStation Plus podcast. I have Movie Madness Live, and I'm bringing back Binge Buddies just to let you guys know what's happening with the channel. Thanks, Lance. Who the heck is Tommy? Tommy Tallarico. He is one of the most important people in the video game industry. I honestly believe it. Video game soundtracks. He's pushed the envelope in the 90s. He's been attached to so many important video games. And now he is doing something different and getting into the console making business and revitalizing in television. Bringing it to a new generation. Will it break through to a new generation? That's another question. I hope so. Again, I hope so. I think if you have the learning tools there too, in products that can justify to a parent that it's safe, that there's edutainment that actually works, there's something there, especially with it would be really cool if they could do something now about kids being in the classroom at home. I don't know if it will. They'll still be in the home when it launches, though. Ollie Lamont, is this only game stream, or can we talk about? You could talk about movies a little bit here. This is just my off the cuff thoughts before my PlayStation podcast. That's going to be on my friend's channel, Mad Matt, which we will start at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, you could ask anything here. This is no rules right here. Okay, Lance, I didn't know this. I lost my interest in covering the Amico, but I wanted to give my thoughts now. Now I will be covering it when there's a lot to talk about. The new demo, okay, that's cool. Do you know which game it is for? Let me see. Yeah, Lance and Eddie, you're welcome to be on the show, or if you want to be on the PlayStation Plus podcast, let me know in the future, and we can arrange a guest appearance. There's 3 of us, and we've been doing. We're on our 3rd episode now. It's been going good, so we're willing to have guests. I just got to check with my other collaborators. Yes, it has been a hot minute. I just knew. Listen, I kind of knew. I knew that there wasn't going to be much to talk about after. That's why I was so frustrated. That's why I went a little bit hot before. But I don't want them to think that I'm against them in any way. Did I think about, you want me to be completely transparent. Did I think about what should I do with my pre-order? Yeah, I did. And then I'm like, no, I want to support someone that's trying something different, even if they're not really successful. I want to support that. That makes me excited. And it's not a lot of money. That's the other thing. It's not a lot of money. Once you have the console and the 2 controllers, it's not a lot of money. It's not a big risk-taking purchase. If you're an actual, I mean, come on. video game collectors, are you really worried about that price point once you get the actual console? You have 2 controllers and games are only $10. No, it's not a big risk. Not a big risk. And I honestly, they maybe should have delayed some of this next gen. I think my opinion right now is that Microsoft is ready to launch the console where it'll be available to enough of its consumer. I think Sony should have delayed. I could be proven wrong. I think there's less PS5s out there than anything else. And it's frustrating consumer. That could have been an issue too. These are Sony and Microsoft are on their later iterations of their product for relaunch, for it to have it was absolutely necessary to delay this console, and I think it'll be stronger for it. I totally see it now. Now that's what's happening with next gen. You do not want anyone that wants the console not be able to get it, and then issues. I think it's going to make a stronger launch. I hope it will, and I hope we get some surprises. And I actually think after whatever they're doing on 1010, again, my advice is, even if he wants to hear my advice, I say go silent, get stuff done behind the scenes. Late December, start pumping out news all the way till launch, and then go strong. Don't let up. Don't let there be a dry period. So, get the news ready each month until launch. Okay. Hey, Eddie. Yeah. Hope you and family are well. Yes, I hope you and your family are well too, Eddie. Let me see here. Phil TMNT, hello there. Get to some more of the chat. Yes, it was frustrating. I was completely frustrated because I was like, why I was so upset? I was like, I'm not going to be able to talk about it. And then my hype level just dropped for it. And I kind of want, and then I focused on other things. I still love video games. Lance Jennings says Christmas 2021. Okay. I really hope they could keep that date and a special edition Earthworm Jim console. Are you kidding me? Yes, it is. Tommy Tallarico is from Electric Playground. Yes, he is. Eddie Glue, correct? Yes, okay. I hope that sticks. And I hope there's something else that really gets the attention of people like Earthworm Jim. I don't know what else. Okay, here's Phobic. He's not irrelevant phobic. You could criticize him like you want. He is not irrelevant. No. He doesn't have to do this. It's something he wants to do. Okay, let me see. Andre Gersman. For me, it's still different to go with Game Pass because I still play the games I liked years later often again. That's different with films. But even though some I watched years later again. I just mean for... You're not going to have he is right. It's very family friendly oriented. That's the difference between the Amico. It's just the value you get. I really see Game Pass going past the bubble of hardcore gamers and reaching out to more people, possibly like the Wii did, because it's people love subscription services and streaming content, and content released like this when it's a value to the customer. And Game Pass is an absolute value. That's what rekindled my interest for Series X. I've been playing my Game Pass and I haven't even been spending a lot of money. And then backwards compatibility. Okay, good. I want to play that. Word on the Street Breakout will be the new demo on the Amico Club. Cool. Breakout was coming. Yes, that's the one. One of the ones I'm looking forward to the most because I think it's the developer, the Bit Trip. Let me see. Yeah, Max, I went off the grid too. I'm coming back next month. I was still... Okay, sure, you're welcome. Who cares what they think? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Phobic. Ask Matt. I'm always up for. He hasn't been coming on the show. It's not me. I sent him a link. He's just been busy. He's been busy with his Boulder Boulder Talk Radio. Okay. Thanks, all of Lamont. My chat just jumped. Hold on a second. Tommy does a live concert series called Video Games Live. It's really cool. But I wanted to stress to this. I know I will send this to Tommy. He still follows me on Twitter as of now. I'm not saying he was like hurt by my video reaction, but I did say, was Ian and Pat right? I don't think they were right about a lot of things. The delay, though, you could say they were right, but it's so easy to guess that there's going to be a delay in this world environment. Would there have been a delay without the pandemic? I think there might have been a slight delay even without it, honestly. But I don't think it would have been I think this will be this stronger though now. And I think there'll be a better launch, more consistent games. And I still want some surprise new games that I don't know about yet. That gets me excited. That keeps my hype level up. Yes, I want to go to. I'm upset I missed the Video Games Live. Oh, Saberwolf. I mean, I guess that's possible. You canceled your VIP pre-order. Okay. I understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry they lost your business. I hope they could regain it in the future. That's all. I hope there's something there that's going to regain it for the future. I mean, that's your right as a consumer. It's not going to be there for the holiday. That was out of their control. I didn't get a lot new there. And I want new, and that's why I say Ghost Radio silent. Let these new consoles come out, or you'll get lost. You'll get lost in the Series X and PlayStation 5 news, and to just come in strong in 2021. Right. Well, I mean, no, you're not. I thank you for sharing, Saberwolf. I mean, I wanted this to be real talk. I have some other friends that follow the Amico because of my channel that are kind of like lost the hype as well. But I mean, that's the worst of it. That's what I'm saying. I think the worst of it is behind this console launch. I honestly believe that. I think the bad parts were that you had to announce the delay, and that's just going to make it a stronger launch at the beginning. I really hope that these teams, while they have to work around the globe, because he has small teams producing games around the world, that they're able to do their work for monetary reasons too. I support people being employed and being able to work in a safe way and get their products ready. I hope they're back to work. I hope I hope for everyone get back to work, and I hope we get some great stuff. Maybe something even better too, now that this delay. It can only make it stronger. That's what I think. Anthem, 2 takes, always a pleasure. Yeah, you're welcome here too, Anthem. Hey, Traveler. Hey, Trav, I miss you. Not that you don't. I mean, I miss you live. Sometimes we can't make it live, but yes. Eddie Glue, PS5 and Xbox Series may have difficult releases. Just so you know, I wanted a PlayStation 5. I wasn't able to pre-order it. I was able to pre-order a Series X from Best Buy, and I think I'm keeping it. And I've been collecting some Xbox One games that I missed because they're all going to be better, run better on the Series X. Phobic, my man. Hey, Trev. All right, here's some more questions. Oh, thanks. You started to write it for me. I appreciate that. Oli Lamont. I appreciate it. Listen, my sub count's not been going good because I've been doing. I never care about that though. I always want to. I don't want to play it safe ever. And some of my videos the last few days were my honest opinions, and that's always what I wanted to do. I don't know if that's true. I don't know about 30 years. And no, he's done some things phobic. He was most active 90s. Oh, your break's over. Thanks for joining us for the comment in the chat, Anthem. Yeah, he did. Video game soundtracks. Yes. Let me see. Trav says consoles wars have stemmed back to 1982. Atari versus Intellivision versus Coleco. Nintendo versus Sega. The culture console war goes on. Personally, I don't care as I have most formats. Yeah, I don't care either. I care about the games. Console launches are exciting, but it really comes down to the games you have. I think there's some bright spots in the Intellivision Amico. I don't think it's got with Earthworm Jim, yes, but I think it needs one other thing. One other thing that's really, and there's that one other, I believe he keeps saying there's one other game that's on the system they won't say yet. I hope it's something really special. Tube Dude. I haven't had a system since 95. I had the television in the 80s, so I'm interested. Cool. Yes, I will cover it again when there's more to talk about. Thank you, chat, for letting me know about the 10th. Then a new demo is going to be there. I am looking forward to playing it on my phone. Yes. I think Tabi needs support. Yeah, I do think it's not going to be a knockout of the park right away, especially since it didn't make holiday. I think it would have sold a lot. You want real talk? I think it would have sold really well if it was on the shelves and GameStop when there's nothing, when the PS5 and the Series X are not there and there's something else. I think that would have done really good for them. So that is frustrating. It's frustrating, but overall, it's going to be a more solid experience for the consumer. You don't want what's happening. Sony and Microsoft can afford to have a little difficulties on launch and system scarcity and not that many games because they have backwards compatibility. If you don't have backwards compatibility, that's going to be rough if you don't have a solid slate of games right out the gate. Gen X. 70s kid here, seen a lot happen. Keep boosting me. Thanks, Trav. Eddie Glue. The delay hurt, but yeah, it was necessary. Even without the pandemic, yes. I think it would have been delayed slightly. I don't think it would have been a biggest delay, though. Consumer will benefit from better hardware configs and software. Yes. And I do hope there's something else, like really something that gets... There wasn't anything, there was stuff that I'd say, oh, I'll play. But there wasn't anything that's going to grab me like Earthworm Jim yet. I mean, the retro re-inspired for sure. I'm going to play that all day long. But Father of Three, it shouldn't affect software. It can. These are small teams. They have to work close together. They might not have high-powered equipment at home either. They might only have it in the office. So I think it did impact it, but to be completely transparent and honest, I think it would have needed a slight delay anyway. Much stronger release. I don't believe that, Phobic. I don't believe that. I think they put it out far enough that it's going to be okay. At least I hope. If that happens again, I'll have to have another serious real talk. If it's delayed, I think it's at April. I can't remember. Been here since Pong. Yes, I can't. I'm happy for all this stuff. Whoa, there's betting in the chat. I'm not getting involved in that. Oh, Tube Dude. I was tilting between PS5 and new Xbox. Yeah, there's time to wait though. But these consoles are gonna be scarce for a while. Max, you could be our witness. Uh-oh. Are you serious? I don't know if Phobic wants to bet actual money. He just wants to throw heat. I don't think he wants to actually bet. Master, not you didn't miss anything, Brian. I'm just doing a quick stream before the PlayStation Plus podcast, which, thanks for reminding me, should be in 5 minutes. So I gotta get that channel ready, and you all please, Joe, all go support this series. We're working really hard on it. Oh, why did I include Open Every Box, Pete, and Atari Creep in the thumb? Just because when I think about Amico, I think about these guys too. I think about Pete and Atari Creep. Yeah, because they're friends I met over the love of the console. Yeah, and I would like to work with them again. Definitely. They're welcome to come on the PlayStation Plus podcast at some point. Or I'll come on their show. And when I think about the Amico, I think about Tommy, the System, Earthworm Jim, the Retro Re-Inspired, and my new friends that I met. Yeah, they're still my friends. Our content's veered a little bit. I've gone more towards next gen. I haven't been covering this, but I want to work with them again. So let me get up Mad Matt's video to get it ready. Uh-oh, there's a different Mad Matt. Hold on a second. Sorry. I got to get this ready. Oh, retweet. I got to tweet this out. I got to thumbs it up. Here is the PlayStation Plus podcast episode 3. And I'm going to put it in the chat. Please, everyone, go support it. And go sub to my man, Matt. He's hosting it on his channel. Here it is. Yeah, Brian's still at work. I will send this to Tommy because I want to have him on again. I want to have him on again when there's more time. Hopefully, he'll still come back on my channel. I'm also a controversial dude. I can't help that. I try not to be. It happens. I would love to talk to Tommy again, even if it's not on my channel. Maybe I'll work out where he could come on my friend Enosh Poindexter Lounge's channel, and we could talk together because he's a classic and television fan, and I want him to talk. I would love for Tommy to talk to Enosh. Definitely, because also they have a lot in common with collecting stuff. Enosh collects action figures. Tommy collects old systems. And he's making a system. That's exciting. That's exciting for someone that really loves video games and collects them. It's been involved to be involved with your own launch. That's exciting. So that's really where I wanted to leave this. I totally am rooting for Tommy and Amico. I think the worst is behind them. I think some people, not everyone, some people with that last event were just too hyped up, and it was too much. The expectations were high, the hype was high, and you really had to just get that delay announcement out of the way, along with not announcing too much new product or projects. And then the lack of information still about the physical media. But I think there's a bright future ahead, and it's actually good that you don't have to compete for space with the Sony and Xbox Series X launches. And I'm checking out... Oh, hold on a second. I'm ready to go. I'm saying that here. I'm going to share this because that way you can see when it goes live. Hold on a second. They're supposed to start without me, and then I'll jump in. Is Tom Hall? Oh, he's even got topics ready. Is Tom Holland taking over all things Spider-Man, PlayStation Plus podcast number 3. You see this? This is great. I'm really happy about this. You can also Zod Rider, the guy in the upper left, he posts it on PSN Radio, where you can just listen to the audio version only if you're at work. Stuff like that. Really cool. We're gonna take this podcast, make it one of the best on YouTube, even if we don't have the most viewers. All right. The Geek Getaway. Console wars are good for gamers. Competition makes companies step up their game. Yes, I agree with that. Tube Dude, I love B-17 Bomber back then they did the ADV, D plus D games. Phobic. All right, whatever. It's okay. Okay. We'll talk about that more later, Phobic. Okay, it's going live. So let's go over. Again, here's where to go. Right here, and I'm ending the show. Come support the PlayStation Plus podcast.